So today I am going to teach you chemical kinetics. The topic that I am going to discuss is molecularity. So best wishes to all my students who has qualified IIT and IIT Advanced, and NEET result is still awaited. So all the very best to those who have qualified. So let's move to molecularity. What is molecularity? So molecularity, it is the number of reacting species. It is the number of reacting species. It is the number of reacting species, molecules, atoms or ions which must collide simultaneously. So as to bring about a chemical reaction. So molecularity is the number of reacting species. The reacting species in most of the chemical reactions are either molecules, atoms or ions, or molecules, atoms together. So molecularity is the number of reacting species, molecules, atoms or ions which must collide simultaneously. They must collide simultaneously to bring about a chemical reaction. Molecularity can never be zero. A zero molecularity means there are no molecules and we are expecting a product, which is a miracle to happen, which will not happen in chemistry. Okay, and fractional number, because we cannot break a molecule into half, 1 by half, 1 and 1.5 or 2.5. So molecularity can never be zero. It can never be a fractional number. In most of the cases we see that the molecularity can be 1, 2, rarely 3, because collision of more than 3 molecules is also not favorable. Okay, because nature wants to make sure that there is no chaos. So when chemical reaction also happens, then molecules try to be lesser in numbers when they collide, ultimately resulting into the formation of product. So molecularity can never be zero. It can never be a fraction, half, 3 by 2, 5 by 2, etc. And molecularity is defined for elementary reaction. A reaction which occurs in one step. The reaction which occurs in one step is called an elementary reaction. When a reaction happens in a series of elementary reactions, then it is called a complex reaction. So in a complex reaction, we look for the rate determining step. The slowest step is called the rate determining step. Now, depending on the number of molecules, atoms, ions which participates in a chemical reaction, molecularity can be either 1, 2 or 3. So let's see the example of unimolecular reaction. So a uni means one. Molecular means molecule or species. So here hydrogen peroxide decomposes to give water and molecular oxygen, half mole. So only one molecule is participating, so it is an example of unimolecular. Here molecularity is 1. Ammonium nitrite, it is nitrite. When it is heated, it forms nitrogen gas and water, so only one molecule is acting here. Okay, so that means here the molecularity is 1. So a unimolecular reaction is such a reaction where one molecule undergo reaction to form the product. Now bimolecular, as we know, bi means 2, so here molecularity is 2. So we find that 2 molecules of HI react to give H2 and I2. Now coming to termolecular, we can also write trimolecular. So a trimolecular reactions are those reactions which have 3 molecules. So here nitric oxide is 2 in number and oxygen is 1 to form nitrogen dioxide. So this is an example of termolecular reaction or trimolecular reaction. So this was about molecularity. So molecularity is the reacting species which must collide simultaneously as to form the product. Molecularity can never be zero. It can never be a fractional value. And I have given you examples related to unimolecular, bimolecular and termolecular reaction. So you have to keep this in mind for your exam, because generally what happens, these are the questions that can be asked. One more is there, that is called pseudo unimolecular reaction. So what is a pseudo unimolecular reaction? A reaction of first order with higher molecularity. Sometimes what happens, more than one molecules actually react, but the rate depends on only one of the molecule concentration. That is called pseudo means false, pseudo unimolecular reaction. Now let's discuss this reaction. Potassium chloride KClO3 react with iron 2 sulfate plus sulfuric acid to form KCl, iron 3 sulfate and water. This reaction, if you see minutely, if you observe one molecule, one formula unit, 6, 3, it looks like a 10th order reaction, but actually it is a second order reaction. second order reaction. That means it is a complex reaction. It is an example of complex reaction. Complex reactions are those reactions which occur in more than one elementary step. Complex reactions are those reactions which occur in more than one elementary step. So that means we cannot say that the molecularity of this reaction is 10, because the molecularity will depend on the rate determining step. The order will depend on the rate determining step. So overall rate of the reaction is controlled by the slowest step. So the rate of a reaction is controlled by the slowest step. Just like in a relay race, the race is won when actually the slowest racer passes on the relay. So similarly in this, the slowest step is called the rate determining step. The slowest step is called the rate determining step. You can understand the slowest step by just think that you have 8 hours to study and you study 6 hours chemistry. You love chemistry, that's why. And you study 2 hours math. And so your most of the time goes in studying chemistry. That means your rate will be controlled by chemistry. So if you have not done this 6-hour chemistry, that means you have not studied substantially. So rate depends on the chemistry step, because most of the time gone in chemistry only. Suppose if you paint your room and painting takes up 10 hours, and if you just hang a calendar or something which takes you 2 minutes, that means your rate will be dependent on painting activity. So similar is the thing with rate of reaction for chemical reaction, that the overall rate of the reaction is controlled by the slowest step. The overall rate of the reaction is controlled by the slowest step, and that slowest step is called the rate determining step. Based on the rate determining step, we can determine experimentally the order of the reaction, and we have seen that in the rate determining step, the order that gives you the molecularity. And molecularity 3 is very rare in nature, and if molecularity 3 do exist, they are very slow. Let's discuss the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide. So hydrogen peroxide 2H2O2 in alkaline medium in presence of iodide gives water plus oxygen. Now if we see the rate of the reaction, minus d concentration of H2O2 by dt is equal to K concentration of H2O2 and concentration of iodide. That means the rate depends on both the concentration of hydrogen peroxide as well as the iodide ion. The reaction takes place in 2 steps. Evidences suggest that the reaction takes place in 2 steps, and both the steps are bimolecular elementary reaction. H2O2 reacts with iodide ion to form water plus IO minus ion. So HOI, this is called hypoiodous acid. So this is iodate ion, you can say, not iodate ion, hypoiodous ion. So this hypoiodous ion reacts with H2O2 to give water plus iodide and plus oxygen. So what we see that the first step is the rate determining step. And if you see minutely, you observe that HIO minus, which is there as an intermediate, do participate in the reaction, but in the overall reaction you are not seeing IO minus. That means, and this is the rate determining step, that means the rate will depend on the concentration of iodide also and hydrogen peroxide also. That's why it is a unimolecular reaction. It is the order of the reaction is 2. Because it is dependent on the concentration of hydrogen peroxide 1 power and iodide concentration 1 power. Therefore the overall order of the reaction is 2. So IO minus is an intermediate in this reaction. So this way it helps us to know about the order of the reaction, and you have to keep in mind about elementary reaction which occur in single step, this complex reaction which occurs in more than one step. So this was the decomposition of hydrogen peroxide in alkaline medium. So the rate depends on both the concentration of hydrogen peroxide as well as iodide minus. Order of a reaction is an experimentally determined quantity. Order of a reaction is experimentally determined, that I have also spoken in my previous lecture. Order can be zero, fraction, negative, positive, anything. But molecularity of a reaction cannot be 0. I have already spoken that molecularity, if molecularity is 0, you are not keeping any reactant, so how to expect a product? Okay. Order is applicable to both elementary as well as complex reaction. Order is applicable to both elementary as well as complex reaction. Molecularity has no meaning for complex reaction. Molecularity is applicable only for elementary reaction. And for slowest step, order for the complex reaction, order is given by the rate determining step, that is called the slowest step, and the molecularity of the slowest step actually is equal to the order, is actually equal to the order. So I hope you have understood what is molecularity, what is order, what are the different types of reaction on the basis of their molecularity, how order is determined, what is rate determining step. So next topic of the lecture will be covered in my upcoming videos. So student, you can join my online classes if you wish, and you can get in touch with me. You can mail me if you have any queries regarding, you can comment me, and you can subscribe my channel for more such videos. Thank you. This is Sandeep sir signing off.